From Lexington, Kentucky, all eyes on the lone Gainbridge Super League match of the day between Lexington SC and Dallas Trinity. Kat Berry is a scoring machine for Lexington. The forward's 9 goals put her in second in the league's Golden Boot race. Meanwhile, Dallas's midfield is engineered by Winnie Bellata, who's fresh off a Team of the Month award. It's Lexington and Dallas, and it starts right now. Two teams in playoff position facing off in the Gainbridge Super League today as Lexington SC hosts dallas-trinity-fc from Lexington SC Stadium. Hello everyone, alongside former Man United keeper Gary Bailey, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Let's take a look at the standings in the Gainbridge Super League. 2 and 3 Lexington. This one might feel like a playoff game. This will be the third of 4 meetings between these two squads this year. Lexington looking to bounce back after a disappointing 3-0 loss to Sporting Jacks 2 weeks ago. It snapped a 17-game unbeaten streak for Lexington.
Yeah, they got caught so many times in transition, not defending well enough. Smekrud getting it from a goal from a tight angle here. It's a good finish, to be fair, and they were able to do it again with Bailey de Smet once again finding space in that box, not tight enough. And it's a great finish from a tight angle, so you've got to give Sporting Jacks a fair amount of credit. But just to sum things up for Lexington, the third goal comes from a deflection from an Ashland Puerta free kick. De Smet claiming credit for the deflection that sends the keeper the wrong way. It just wasn't Lexington's day, a good day at the office, was it?
Well, it's so rare that this Lexington team gets shut out because of this trio. Mackenzie Weiner, Addie McCain, Kat Berry, they've combined for 21 goals this year. That's more than Dallas as an entire team. And that's who's doing it. How they do it? Well, they score inside the box. They're creative on the ball, Gary.
Some good passing going on here. Griffith to McCain. Perfectly set up, nicely tucked away. It's a good footballing team. And Mina Ekic, unfortunately not available today. Fantastic pass to Winder. She just puts enough power on that to force it in the back of the net. And then again, McCain with a lovely setup for Kat Berry. So the ability around the box is why they're scoring so often inside the box.
Well, this Dallas team, a spring schedule turnaround absolutely as of late.
They can score some decent goals as well. Celie Strong getting that first one there. Missimo, she scores, and then Steinbrook. How about this for a pass coming up here for Cam Lancaster to get in and tuck one in the corner. So they don't score as many goals as Lexington, but they can hit the back of the net when they need to.
And Dallas has shored up the midfield with the addition of Heather Steinbrook, an experienced player.
Great player for this league. Did so well at Washington, spread over 30 appearances there. Scored against Fort Lauderdale United in the recent 4-0 win. And there's a wonderful acquisition. She can control things, as we saw with that pass a minute ago. Wonderful player looking forward, head up. Fantastic addition to Dallas Trinity.
Well, just a few moments away from Lexington SC and Dallas Trinity. We're ready for some March Madness in the Gainbridge Super League. 2 and 3 in Super League standings kick off on the other side.
This isn't just a soccer match. It's a movement that brings the city together, brings it to its feet. The noise.
Wind up effort. Oh my goodness!
The energy.
It is Firmino!
90 minutes where nothing else matters.
How about a debut goal for Lexington?
It's the year of the horse. Our year.
Eps inside. Benton!
Be there when it happens.
Lexington Sporting Club isn't just a team, it's your club. That's why you need the LSC credit and debit cards only from Commonwealth Credit Union. With your LSC card, you get exclusive discounts on tickets, merch, and get to celebrate your club with every swipe or tap. Show your Lexington Sporting Club pride and gear up with the ultimate fan accessory only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gainbridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark. Graded assists. Gamebridge. Graded assists for your savings.
Today's match is presented by Embassy Suites, the official hotel partner of Lexington SC. Let's take a look at the starting 11s for both teams. We'll begin with the home side in Lexington, having to make some changes after a 3-0 loss to Jacksonville.
Ali Brown comes in at that left back position with her pace. Hannah Schatz goes to the bench, and Stegleider will move to centre back. There's also a debut for Daria Rajai. She replaces the injured Tati Frum. And Sarah Griffiths gets a start. Emina Ekic unavailable. She's on international duty with Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And here's the starting 11 for Dallas. This team also making 3 changes.
Hannah Davison in, Lauren Flynn suspended. New signing and such an excellent player to join the club, so unfortunately not available. Caroline Kelly comes in. Choma Ubagagu goes to the bench, and Bethany Boss, formerly Balsa, replaces Ali Thornton, who dropped to the bench, and possibly a surprise move there. So a rejigged lineup for Nathan Thackeray at Dallas Trinity.
No, Winnie Bellata leads his midfield for Dallas Trinity. Lost the last match 2 weeks ago against Carolina. 2-0 was the final in that game for Dallas. This is the third meeting between Dallas and Lexington this season in the Gamebridge Super League. Lexington will start with possession, and we are underway. Alongside Gary Bailey, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us here today. The pink and purple kits for Lexington at home, and maroon kits on the road for Dallas Trinity. Our center referee is Kyle Johnston. Well, this Lexington team has scored the second most goals in the Gamebridge Super League. So it was surprising that they got shut out against Sporting Jacks, who right now is #1 in the Super League standings.
It was their first defeat of the season, and what a fantastic season it has been for Lexington. They did hit the crossbar twice as well, so Kosuke Kimura, the recently installed coach, saying, well, you know, they could have got more out of it, but they didn't defend properly in transition, and they paid the price for that on the day. And again, credit to Sporting Jacks, who sit top of the table. They're a very good side.
Well, you see the pressure coming from Dallas Trinity early in this match, and is played behind Kat Asman, the goalkeeper for Lexington. Playing it out from the back, Lexington on the move, sprinting forward. Daria Rajai making her debut with this Lexington side, having started her season with Fort Lauderdale United. Played through the middle. Surveying, and held now with Barry. Off the run, looking for the cross in the 18 for Lexington. Some contact. And clean. There's no call. Going down was Mackenzie Weinert, one of the speediest players you're going to see in the Gamebridge Super League, according to her head coach, Kosuke Kimura.
She's a real handful, Mackenzie Weinert. And she didn't get the penalty there, and to be fair, it's hard to see clearly enough. You've got to be absolutely sure without VAR if you're going to give a penalty. So referee Carl Johnston deciding not to blow the whistle. But it's the pace of Weinert that has caused so many defenses problems this season.
Well, Weinert, 5 goals and 1 assist for Lexington this season. That's third best on the team behind Addie McCain and Kat Barry. Rolls out in front of Nathan Thackeray, head coach for Dallas Trinity. Look at this contact.
It's a little swing of the foot from Hannah Davison, isn't there, without reaching the ball, but does it bring Well, you know what? Seeing it from that angle, if there was VAR, I think that ends up being a penalty possibly. But again, referees, I mean, we couldn't see it in real time. How do you expect referees to see this? And if you're not sure, you can't give it. So perhaps a little bit of bad luck there for Lexington in the first few minutes, what could have been a penalty for them.
Well, Davison getting the start. As you mentioned, Lauren Flynn, a center back, is out in this game for Dallas Trinity. A red card in the last game against Carolina. And so Thackeray having to change things up defensively. Bourgeois. Sarah Griffith. Her pass intercepted by Balata. And Massimo, and now a reset for Dallas. This Dallas team was on a 6-game unbeaten streak before losing to Carolina 2 weeks ago. 2-0 the final in that one, and just got caught on some set pieces, Gary.
Twice they got caught on a set piece, and the first one just a direct header from a corner that should have been better dealt with. Of course, you've got to give Studer, who scored the goal, credit. And the second one was a near post flick on, which Studer again scored. So that's a massive, massive focus for Dallas Trinity this week has been organization at set pieces and trying to make sure you don't get done from that, because that is very frustrating. That's something you can work on. You can't stop all set pieces, of course, but you want to be a little bit tighter. And I'm sure Nathan Thackeray not pleased at all with either of those goals conceded.
Oh, played centrally here for Dallas. The pass broken up by Lexington. Fighting for a positioning there, Heather Stainbrook on loan from the Washington Spirit. Oh, today's keys to the match are presented by Toyota. What do you got, Gary?
Well, for Lexington, we mentioned it, improve on transitional defending. Sporting Jacks put them to the sword, and they weren't able to get back and defend in numbers. And as we've just mentioned, Dallas, and you mentioned the 2 set-piece goals conceded in that loss to Carolina Ascent. Better set-piece organization. Make sure players are marked up tight. Make sure your near post in particular you don't allow flick-on. So that's where both coaches, I think, will be hoping for improvement today.
Nathan Thackeray saying it was a point of emphasis in training. They've had 2 weeks off, both these teams, as Weinert goes to work. Wide with it, plays across inside to McCain, looking for a shot, and it's saved. McCamey denies for Dallas.
Good save from the goalkeeper. Lovely move again. Weinert causing all sorts of problems. Nice options in the box and a decent shot. McCamey, who since she's arrived has really been good in goals, made some extremely important saves, made 1 error only. That was against Fort Lauderdale United. Goal scored against her. She didn't quite gather the ball properly and the goal was disallowed. So you can scrap that one off, but really been a fantastic addition to the side, Tyler McCamey.
Well, McCamey's NWSL experience at the Kansas City Current, was actually a part of their World Sevens squad as a starting goalkeeper. And Nathan Thackeray telling us when he saw that McCamey was available. I told this Dallas side, and Chris Petroselli, their GM, to sign her. Another look at Weinert starting this for Lexington.
That's a strike there from Kat Barry. Ball gets knocked in. They've got some nice options, Lexington. And Kat Barry's the one who makes the decision to get in there just ahead of Sarah Griffith and force that decent save from Tyler McCamey.
We saw Weinert, McCain, Barry all get touches there. That is going to be the secret sauce for Lexington to score goals. Those 3 combining for 21 this season. Well, Lexington without some key players. Tati Fung is out with a lower body injury, and Amina Ekic is on international duty. And so it means some of their creators are not available. Those 2 players, Ekic and Fung, combined for 8 assists this year. Bourgeois on the underlap. Griffith, and a touch away by Dallas. Kosuke Kimura, his first season, just his 4th match as head coach with this Lexington side, as McHemi moved over to be the men's coach for Lexington SC. Unbeaten McHemi as a head coach on the women's side. And Kimura was his assistant have a lot of the same ideas.
I did ask him if he's made any changes since he came in. He said, yeah, we've moved Amina back into more of a defending side. Obviously not playing today, so we don't get to see that. He said introducing Ali Brown for some pace at the back was important. But then they normally play out of a 3-2 build, so 3 centre-backs, 2 defensive midfielder build. They prefer to go a 4-1 shape, flat back 4-1 defensive midfielder build from the back. But now he says because they've done that, they can have options of a 4-1 or a 3-2 build. So he's made a couple of little changes. I think all he needs to do is just keep this excellent side going forward and scoring goals.
Weiner stumbles, can't quite possess, and it's cleared out by Dallas for now. Seigletter, another new addition to this Lexington side, coming over from the Kansas City Current in the NWSL. Spent 2024 and 2025 with that side.
You mentioned a moment ago, Lexington missing a couple of important players in Ekic and Fung. Dallas missing Celie Strom, away on international duty. And what a fantastic young talent she is. Joint top goal scorer. Well, mind you, only 3 goals, which has been one of the problems for Dallas. And yet, here they are sitting in 3rd position. So, all in all, they've done very well on a limited number of goals scored. They've only scored 1 more than the lowest team in the entire Gamebridge Super League. And yet they, with a win today, would just be 3 points behind a team that up until last week was undefeated. So somehow Dallas have kept themselves, especially with that recent run of 6 games undefeated, have kept themselves right in the hunt.
Strawn with the U19 U.S. Women's National Team in Portugal. Allie Thornton, who's the other leading scorer for this Dallas side, is on the bench at the moment. She has 3 goals as well, was a Golden Boot winner for Dallas and in the Gamebridge Super League in the 2024-2025 season. And Nathan Thackeray mixing things up. Now, this team is definitely in the midst of a turnaround. In the last 7 matches, have managed to score 11 goals of 20 total on the season. Prior to that Carolina game, we're on a 6-match unbeaten streak. Things look dire in the fall schedule for this Dallas team. At one point, 5 straight losses from September to November. So Thackeray, just a welcome change for a club that needed it.
He was at North Carolina Courage as the interim coach there. Very energetic, lovely guy to talk to, good coach as well. And he's brought a new energy into the club. And as we said, I was looking at their stats. Their stats are very, very poor. If you look over the entire season, and they've got the lowest number of shots, one of the lowest conversion rates, only 1 more goal scored than the lowest number. So, and he said, well, you're taking the whole season into account. He says, just look at the last sort of 7-8 games and you get a whole different story. And that's what he's been able to do, turn things around superbly well here and for Dallas Trinity.
Lexington possessing, some pressure from Bethany Boss. One of those players brought in by Dallas. Legendary career with the Seattle Reign in the NWSL. Kat Berry turning on the Jets, looking to get around Wisner defensively. Berry with the touch. Got those long strides. Bourgeois held up here for Lexington in the final third. Rajai plays it centrally. Time to fire. And wide there is a Captain Almer.
I'm sure she'd want that back there, Taylor Almer. Just didn't connect with that at all. And it's some great work done by Kat Barry initially here. Manages to get it back and the ball gets recycled across. And it sets it up perfectly for Taylor Almer, the captain. And the ball comes to her. She's got space in which to get the shot in. Have a look there. That little layoff there. She's got time. Now you give a good player time on the edge of the box. The least you expect as they hit target and work Tyler McCamey in goals. And that didn't happen there. So frustrating moment for Taylor Almer.
Well, Almer has scored this year, a goal and 2 assists for Lexington. Played long for the home side and just headed out. Almer. Bourgeois. And Bourgeois spent last season with Spokane. Now holds for Lexington. Well, the first time these two teams played, it was quite a lopsided win for Lexington in September. 6-1 was the final. Last time they played, it was a draw. Bourgeois slides it forward, and it's intercepted by Bellotta. She gets back in time for Dallas.
And that 6-1 win, it was Kat Barry who got a double, and Addie McCain. Both got 2 goals in that match, so happy memories for them playing against Dallas.
Well, it's a completely different Dallas team, though, under Thackeray. Boss down and now clutching her ankle. And Bethany Boss in some pain here for Dallas. Thackeray and this Trinity side very cautious with her and her playing time because she's been an NWSL player her entire career, and this would be their preseason. So finally available to go about 75 minutes, as you can see the way she lands.
Well, I hope she's going to be okay because she's a wonderful player, fantastic header of a ball. If you give Bethany Boss, formerly Bethany Bolsa, so used to using that surname, you whip that ball in for her. She is brave, she's strong, one of the best headers of the ball in women's football in the USA, I would venture to say. And so if you have a quality player like that, what you've got to do, obviously, is give her the service so she can work with it.
Yeah, Boss, 33 goals in 5 years with Seattle Reign, went to an NWSL championship with that squad. Well, the fans here in Lexington enjoying a lovely day. What is a very big game for both of these teams when you consider where they are in the standings, 2 and 3. Right now above the playoff line. Want to stay there.
For Lexington, a win puts them just 1 point behind Sporting Jacks at the top. And after the fantastic season they've had, that's where they would expect to be. And as mentioned, if Dallas win this, they're only 3 points behind Lexington, who, as we've just said, have had a great season. So wouldn't be a bad position for Dallas to be in. But it's a big ask to come here at Lexington SC Stadium and get a result. And the way they've been playing, with the exception of the last match, and even that last match against Carolina Ascent, we mentioned the 2 goals from set pieces that they conceded Dallas. They possibly could have done better. That's 70% of possession in that match against Carolina Ascent. And Nathan Thackeray saying, with that amount of possession, we should have created more chances. We should have played a better game. So they've been unbeaten in 6 and had 1 game where things just didn't go well for them, but they certainly had the majority of possession. So it really looks like it's heading in the right way under Nathan Thackeray.
Well, Thackeray said it, that Carolina loss, he thought his team played better than the 4-0 win the previous week against Fort Lauderdale.
I think you would take the 4-0 result.
Yes. Lexington choosing to possess here. Won the possession battle in 9 of their last 11 games. Griffith, quick touches. Barry settles, plays it wide. Weinert shoots, and it's blocked by the defense for Dallas. Cleared for Trinity, and Boss. It doesn't have numbers.
That's a danger of Weinert again. If I'm playing in the same team as her, I'm trying to knock the ball to her whenever possible because she's got that blistering pace that defenders hate because she can get past them, open up gaps, get shots, as we've just seen. And that is such a handful. And I think we're going to see a lot more of Mackenzie Weinert in this match, especially if they can give us some decent service.
Well, interesting, we've been talking about Dallas and their ability to possess. We haven't really seen that in this game so far. Lexington's been on the ball. Here comes McCain. Driving forward. Weinert whips in across. Barry rising for it and can't connect. Bourgeois squares to net. Looks to go 1v1. And Hinson swarms, now shading it out of play. And we'll get a whistle there against Lexington. No, cheers to local beer. West 6 Brewing is proud to be the official craft beer of Lexington Sporting Club. Find their locally crafted beers all around the state of Kentucky. Head to west6.com to visit one of their dynamic tap rooms and learn more about Stadium Ale, the official craft beer of Lexington SC.
Well, the fans not too happy with that free kick. They felt that it was won fairly and the defender was actually over-shielding the ball, but referees tend to rule in favor of defenders on those incidents, but I do think you have to allow the attacker to have a go at winning the ball, so the crowd not too happy with Carl Johnston's decision there.
Bellotta fighting with Barry, who takes on 3 defenders and takes a shot as well. McCamey able to stop, but she was off her line.
That's exactly what she was on the penalty spot there, and you can see what Kat Barry was trying to do was chip her. If she got the chip, that's going in the back of the net. Not an easy one to do. The idea was great. Unfortunately, the execution not spot on.
Barry at it again. This time takes a deflection to McCamey. Tells her team to calm down.
There's been a lot of good blocks defensively from Dallas Trinity in these first 18, 19 minutes. It's about the 4th or 5th time they've got their body in front of a dangerous shot to defuse the problem. So it certainly has been a good start for Lexington. They've been the more attacking team on the front foot.
Griffith gets undercut. And a free kick coming in a dangerous spot for Lexington.
Again, more pressure from Lexington, more running at pace with the ball. I don't think Amber Wisner actually got the ball there. Let's have a look. Got the player, not the ball, hence the free kick. Bit of a painful one there for Sarah Griffith.
No, Kamara telling us that point of emphasis to kind of go after some of the center backs for Dallas. He felt like they had the speed advantage. Rajai will be the one to take this free kick for Lexington, looking to take the lead at home against Dallas. Rajai off her right foot, far post. A couple of players there, but no one can quite connect. Griffith on the restart. Rajai looking for a second ball, high, trending towards net. McCamey punches it away. And a real pile up. Multiple players down. Rising for that one was Steigletter, the outside back for Lexington.
That's brave from Steigletter, because Talia McCamey's come out there with 2 fists, and there's been a huge, big collision, a fair collision. It was a ball they were all entitled to go for, but Steigletter can see the goalkeeper coming and nearly gets a punch on the head. And Tyler McCamey doing what she has done well since she's arrived, just dominating that box.
Excuse me, Steigletter is the center back today. She's been the outside back previously, but because of some injuries, Lexington changing things up defensively. Well, Lexington's had the better of chances so far in this match against Dallas. Hinson, Wisner, the captain for Dallas. McCamey. Bellotta. Well, Thackeray saying reason he brought in Tyler McCamey too is her ability to break line. She's comfortable with her feet. And we've seen that so far as Dallas attempting to play out from the back, although being pinned by Lexington. Stainbrook finds some space. Slid ahead for Dallas. And the pass behind.
That's one of the rare attacks we've seen from Dallas in the last 10-15 minutes, and unfortunately a wayward pass. But that's what they need to do more of. Get on the ball, knock it around. They played through that early press, were patient, and that was good play from Dallas Trinity.
Addie McCain. Oh, the Texas native, a staple with this Lexington side. 7 goals and 2 assists for Lexington as this one wraps around. Griffith turns on the Jets. Griffith attempts to make a move against Hinson, who just doesn't allow it. Pass to Bellotta. Charges forward, takes her space. Team of the month in February in the Gamebridge Super League. As she finds Boss. And the 18, Lancaster. On the wing, cross for Dallas. And it was knocked away by Lexington. And a corner kick coming.
Nice little bit of work there between Cameron Lancaster and Hannah Davison on that right-hand side, just to create the chance to get the ball in the back of the net as Lancaster head up, looking around, trying to get some support. Davison there keeps on running, goes into the space, and is in a position to try to whip the ball in. Now, the ball either comes in or they get a corner from it, which is what has happened. That's a nice bit of pressure for them now. They conceded a few from corners. Dallas Trinity last match, maybe they can score one this time around.
It will be Bellotta off the corner kick on the delivery through the air. Multiple players there as Wisner goes down, nothing towards net. Caroline Kelly and Wisner both fighting for that one for Dallas. Well, LSC fans, visit lexsporting.com to get your latest Lexington SC news, merchandise, and discounted ticket offers. That's lexsporting.com.
Interesting that both these teams actually had a recent friendly match against NWSL opposition, and both were successful. Lexington beating Chicago Stars 3-1, and Dallas beating Houston Dash 1-0. So shows you the quality here in the Gamebridge Super League.
Barry being pestered by two defenders, finally swiped. It was Heather Stainbrook to come up with it for Dallas on the swing. In transition now, Lancaster on the ball. She plays it long, too far ahead for Boss.
It's one of the few times we've seen Kat Assman involved in this match. Goalkeeper's been pretty much a spectator for the first half of the first half.
Has been on loan from the Orlando Pride. Has 5 clean sheets on the year for Lexington. Guidry, Davison, Bellotta breaking lines for Dallas. Lancaster. Just back and forth between the center backs for Dallas. Attempting to find the seams. Bourgeois for Lexington. Elmer. On the flank now for the home side. Lancaster bothers. McCain. Oh, the passing has been impressive for Lexington. Bourgeois now sprints forward. Stainbrook was there and fouls her.
It's an unnecessary foul from Stainbrook. She's got level with her. She can just slow her down. Don't have to. You've got to keep your hands away because players feel that hand and they're going to go down. And once you've put your hand on the opponent, the referee is more than likely to give the free kick against you. Now that puts a little bit of added pressure on Dallas Trinity to defend a long ball you presume will go into their box.
Rajai again to take this. Off her right foot, Rajai, far post, couple players there. Boss actually touches it, second ball whipped in, and it's just above the crossbar. Sarah Griffith fires that shot.
Wasn't too far wide, was it, from Sarah Griffiths? I mean, in the end, a decent strike, good defending from Boss here to get that out. The edge of the box, left foot, yeah, probably a couple of yards over the crossbar, but with a lot of power, not too far away. And you can see McCamey there just waving that one just to make 100% sure it went over the bar.
Griffith does have 3 goals, 2 assists, where a Lexington side hasn't had any issue scoring this season. The real problem for Lexington has just been walking away with 3 points. Just 1 loss on the season, but 9 draws. That's why they haven't created as much separation as they would like against a team like Dallas. Touched away by Dallas on that play. Bourgeois in the wide space. Plays it centrally and curled up to McCamey, who decides not to touch it. We'll select the official match ball supplier of the Gamebridge Super League and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Guidry has to be careful. McCain looking to muscle it away in a stalemate, those two. Bellata helps out. Well, that's what Bellata can do, just so composed on the ball. Well, it's given right back. Barry with Lexington. 3 defenders swarm. And she opts to recycle it around for Lexington.
It is something Lexington have done well in this first third of the match, is that high press, making it very difficult for Dallas to play out from the back. And they've had a lot of turnover ball, and as I said, it's made it difficult for Dallas Trinity to get into the other half and cause Kat Assman any problems.
Now the question is, can they score Lexington with all this possession? Big shot. Trying to go top shelf, and it's out of play.
Again, another effort that's not bad. It's got a lot of pace and power on it, just over the crossbar from Wynett. Eventually you think one of these is going to fly in the back of the net because they're creating a lot of decent chances, although with Wynett's pace, I almost prefer her to run into the box. She's so quick that you could tempt someone to bring you down and win a penalty, or just have a nice dribble run into the box. That's where her strongest asset is, but it wasn't a bad shot though.
Well, just 3 goals from outside the box for this Lexington side this year, 30 goals inside. Floating on the ball, McCain. Her pass is wayward to Weinert. Bellata, there's some contact on that far side, and Johnson says play on. Wisner. Our final season with Dallas Trinity. Nathan Thackeray saying she's just consistent. And a great leader to have. Lots of young players in the Gamebridge Super League. Boss for Trinity. Less than 15 minutes to go in this first half. Dallas Trinity, Lexington, no score yet. This is a lone game in the Gamebridge Super League today. Hinson, if she can get there, no. Actually, yes. Well, if you're Dallas, what do you want to see more of?
Difficult to say. They're almost happy playing it around at the back. They almost tempting Lexington to say, come out, see if you can either run yourself into the ground chasing us, or maybe you leave gaps over the top. But you see, they're in no hurry to get the ball down the pitch, knock it long. Almost seem very content to try and play through this and leave numbers up the pitch. Look how many Lexington players are now caught out of position. And there's the problem, is at some point Lexington do eventually turn the ball over, and they come again with another attack. So the problem for Dallas is to get the ball forward to Bethany Boss, give her some service, and that they haven't been able to do much in this first half.
Now, not many touches for Boss in this game.
It might even be preferable just to knock the long ball up to her and see if she can just hold it. She's a good target number 9 player, and maybe that's one way of getting through this high press.
Griffith slides it forward. Weinert in the 18, she's wide. Falling down, she gets a shot off, but it's off the mark for Lexington.
It's a lovely ball there, isn't it, from Sarah Griffith? And once she's in there, Weinert, she gets the shot, just pulls it wide, and that's been the case with a few little half chances they've had. Lexington just not been able to hit the target well enough. You go back to Taylor Almar 15 minutes ago, the captain on the edge of the box, no pressure, doesn't even test the goalkeeper, pulls her shot wide, so just unable to find the target so far are the home team.
Soars to the midfield, congested. Stainbrook in a space now. Wisner. Guidry. Davison. And Lancaster. Massimo. Off the swing to Hinson. Davison. On the throw to Bellotta. Return to her outside back. McCamey has Barry right in front of her, has to be cautious. Wisner. Getting the step is Caroline Kelly. Combines with Stainbrook. Kelly. Off the cross, no one there. Fights for it, Kelly. Griffith for Lexington, tumbling down. A player for Dallas. Looks like Boss.
I'm just wondering if this is a free kick or they've just stopped play because of the injury. Not quite sure how the referee has ruled in that, whether he felt that that was a block, and I think it was Pantuso there. He was given away the free kick.
No, it looks like it will be a close range free kick for Dallas. Pantusa team of the month with a screen set.
Yeah, you can see that. Me? Yeah, very much so. Just stepped in there, dropped the shoulder. And unnecessarily so, because they more or less had the ball there, Lexington. Now they're going to face a free kick. And we talked about service for Bethany Boss. Well, this is exactly her sort of range, something inside the 6-yard box or between the 6 and penalty spot. You get a good ball in, Bethany Boss could be the person to get on the end of it.
Yeah, watch for that flying headband on the far side. Off the service, not quite what you want there for Dallas. Who did it deflect off of is the question. Both teams fighting, but it will be a corner kick, it appears.
Very hard to see who that came off last, but a lot of appeals from the Dallas players. That's why I think the referee's gone with that. He felt that it's a natural. Sometimes you can tell when players just appeal or when it's natural. Let's have a look and see if we can spot. Yeah, it does probably just come off the head there of one of the Lexington players.
No corners for Lexington. 2 now for Dallas. Johnson speaking to Wisner and players for Lexington, Weinert. Bellotta off the corner. Middle of the 6, header, drops down wide. Kelly stretching for it. And Lexington off of McCain. Watches it roll. McCain races all the way back. Trying to see if she could get there. No, fans visit lexsporting.com to shop at Lexington SC's team store, your one-stop destination for all the latest LSC gear and official merchandise. Visit lexingtonsporting.com. Well, powering forward. Weinert, if she can get there. Davison using her body, not allowing Weinert around. Dallas, some potentially costly turnovers in the back here.
And that's come from excellent high pressure from Lexington SC. They've been really good. Put a lot of effort in though, but they've been really good on these fringes. Got some good turnover ball. Won some free kicks and just haven't been able to punish Dallas Trinity for those turnovers.
Bounces to Wisner. McCamey with McCain in front of her. Cool, calm, and collected to Davison for Dallas. No goals between Lexington and Dallas so far. Nearing the end of the first half. A foul on that far side, fighting through some contact. And a yellow card's gonna come out. Oh, it's the first one that we've seen in this match. And it'll be Allie Brown.
Yeah, no question about that. She was beaten. Why not just chase back? Why sprint back? But you pull like that, you automatically get a yellow card. Now you've got to tread carefully from here on inwards. And we've really seen yellow cards impact Lexington already. In fact, that's probably one of the reasons why she's managed to get in the side. Is there's been changes at the back for Lexington.
Oh, that is a yellow card brought to you by Hicks and Funson. For Brown, it's just her second game this year for Lexington. 14 minutes total coming into this match.
Wow. She's so quick. I'm thinking, well, why tug back? Just sprint. You'll probably catch the opposition within the next 5 to 10 yards anyway.
Griffith got twisted around. Weinert wide. Drives into the 18. Offside is the call against Lexington. Hometown fans, why go far when the best day is right here at home? Embassy Suites Lexington Green is your go-to spot for a weekend staycation, a night out, hosting meetings and events, or out-of-town friends. Local, loyal, and always game day ready. 5 minutes to go in this first half. These two teams did play to a 1-1 draw in December the last time they met. Kelly has it knocked backwards. Hinson for Dallas.
Yeah, going back to that match in December, Pantuso with the first goal and Ubagago with the second. So maybe might see Ubagago come on in the second half. There's going to be some changes, you would think. There always is. And these players who come on can make a difference. And that's possibly what Ubagago can do.
Barry surges forward. Griffith, heavy touch. And it's cleared out for Lexington, or excuse me, Dallas. Stainbrook.
That's a good chance, isn't it, for Sarah Griffiths? Got to hit that when it comes to you. You're in the box. Not sure you need a touch. Not so sure you need the touch. Just hit that as it comes across. And that's been the story of this first half. Created so many little half chances. As this ball comes here, and I'm thinking touch and hit, or just hit it straight away. But her first touch just loses control. Have a look here. She loses control of the ball. Instead of being just in front of her so she can hit it, it rolls on. But the other option is hit it first time.
No, Guidry is down right now for Dallas. Smart Guidry brought in as the center back with Lauren Flynn not available due to a red card against Carolina. Oh, Guidry being down concerning in terms of depth for Dallas. Here's a look at Lexington and what they do best, carving teams up.
Yeah, they've had a very good first half in terms of passing, and there's that one just timing her run, the pass into her. That one we did say could possibly have been a penalty. Very difficult to give it, though, from the referee's point of view. Pace again of Wynett, head up, playing the ball in dummied, and then just before Griffiths can get it, Kat Barry gets a very, very good shot on target. The keeper does well to save. They've looked really good in this first half, Lexington, for me. Nice touches, nice layoff. The captain there just shooting wide, Taylor Almer. But what they haven't done is been able to finish it, and that's a team that scores almost more than anybody else. So it's a weird first half. They've created all the chances, almost all of them, Lexington, and just haven't been able to put any away. That final third entry is 19. It's more than double that of Dallas Trinity, who early on struggled, but just seemed to have come back into the match a little bit last 10-15 minutes. Looked a bit more dangerous.
Well, for Lexington, perhaps a little bit of pressure coming off of that shutout loss to Sporting Jacks. Just knowing what they can do offensively. Oh, Guidry is able to walk off under her own power. We'll see if Nathan Thackeray has to make a change for Dallas.
It's a tricky one because, as mentioned, Guidry's come in from a fullback position to a centre back, so she was already filling a gap, and Nathan just putting an arm on the shoulder there as if to say, how you doing? Can you continue? So it looks like she will do.
No, it's dropped to Balada for Dallas. Wisner, McCamey, and Guidry runs back on. Well, that's good news for Dallas. Davison, Guidry has to be careful. Barry's right behind her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there will
Well,
be
in a stoppage time in this first half, we're going to get 4 minutes between Lexington and Dallas, Cambridge Super League. Oh, and talking to Lexington head coach Kamara, he told us that even though they have 33 goals, he wants to see more goals this year, and he did feel like his side was rushing things a little bit in the final third. It kind of feels like that today for Lexington. And they have a whole nother half to figure it out, and some stoppage time here.
I think as a coach, if your team is making chances, that's the most important thing. If they're not taking them, well, that you've got to work on, and quality will come through. But they certainly have created enough opportunities at the home side, and they've given Dallas Trinity very little to work with up front. I think in that sense, you would think Kosuke Kimura will be happy, even though the scoreline doesn't suggest it. They really have been the dominant side, have Lexington, in my opinion.
Bourgeois, bit of a dicey pass as Lancaster was looming. Steiglitter gets it out in time. Pantuso. Bourgeois. Dealing with Kelly. And Bourgeois throws it in for Lexington. Pantuso has played the most consecutive minutes in Cambridge Super League history. And now over 4,000 straight minutes for Pantuso. No surprise she was Team of the Month in February. Off the throw for Lexington. Can they create here to end this first half? Drops to McCain. Finds Barry. Barry shoots. McCamey has it. Diving for the goalkeeper for Dallas. And Kat Berry searching for her 10th goal this year. She's second in the Golden Boot race in the Gamebridge Super League. Only Ashley Puerta has more for Sporting Jacks.
Decent save from the goalkeeper. You'll see the ball sort of skips up before her, so she's got to read the bounce and make sure she holds on to the ball, which is what Tyler McCamey did. Barry hit the target. Wasn't the hardest of shots, but at least it's an effort on target. So there's, again, positives to take away from a Lexington point of view, even though they haven't been able to get past McCamey in goals.
Steigletter. Weinert. Just trouble controlling there for Mackenzie Weinert. She's been the most threatening player, feels like, for Lexington, her and Barry.
Yeah, her pace is going to threaten almost every defender she plays against in the Gamebridge Super League. That's how good Mackenzie Weinert is. That last one, though, a little bit too quick for her own feet. But constant threat.
Oh, that's going to lead us to the end of the first half. Lexington and Dallas, no score between these two teams on Sunday afternoon in the Gamebridge Super League. Oh, both of these teams trying to find the back of the net. We'll see what adjustments are made at halftime. What do you think needs to happen for both of these teams?
Well, I think they'll be very happy, Lexington, with their high press, their turnover ball, the chances around the edge of the box. Just really haven't got anything on target that's troubled Tyler McCamey too much, or the goalkeeper's had to make 4 or 5 fairly straightforward saves, but she's had to make them nonetheless. So I think it's more a case for me of what Dallas Trinity can do. How do they get Bethany Boss into the game? We saw a little moment once or twice of Caroline Kelly coming into the match late on in that first half. Maybe they can use her more on that left-hand side, get some balls crossed into the box, but they really haven't threatened Kat Asma. I'm not even sure she's had anything to do other than maybe kick the ball out once.
Well, we are joined by Lexington's Mackenzie Weinert. Mackenzie, your team has come close to scoring. How do you actually finish in the second half?
Yeah, I think we're getting good chances. It's just the matter of putting it in the goal. We're getting really close, and it's going to come.
Mackenzie, the high press has been really good first half. Is that something you guys planned on doing from the beginning?
Yeah, I think we pride ourselves on our defensive work, so being able to win the ball up high and potentially get chances to finish, that's the goal of the game.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, Dallas and Lexington, 2 top 4 teams above the playoff line in the Gamebridge Super League, and they're playing like it. It is Lexington and Dallas even at halftime. We'll take a break. Halftime report on the other side. Stick with us.
Start your engines. It's match day. Genesis of Lexington is proud to partner with Lexington Sporting Club, delivering craftsmanship, performance, and premium experience on and off the field. From kickoff to final whistle, we're investing back in the community that fuels this club. Ready to make your next move? Step into class and experience luxury evolve at genesisoflexington.com. Genesis of Lexington. Drive the difference.
This is where worry turns into relief. Where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
This isn't just a soccer match. It's a movement that brings the city together, brings it to its feet. The noise,
Wind up effort. Oh my goodness!
the energy.
It is Firmino.
90 minutes where nothing else matters.
How about a debut goal for Lexington?
It's the year of the horse, our year.
Eps inside. Benson.
Be there when it happens.
Fernandez, and there's the goal. This ball lays it.
Are you kidding me?
Kopaisi knocks it away. Jamona! And she has leveled it. Over top corner!
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome back to Lexington, Kentucky. We played 45 minutes between Lexington SC and Dallas Trinity. Don't have a goal quite yet in this one. Let's take you back to yesterday. Brooklyn taking on DC in some Gamebridge Super League action. Oh, both of these teams going head-to-head, and it led to a penalty.
Yeah, tucked away by Alyssa Walker. And then they went on to get a second one. 63rd minute. This is a fantastic shot. The ball gets cleared. And Loza Ibera here just whacks it in from all of 16 yards out into the corner. Look at it from behind. Really good strike. Goalkeeper, no chance.
Oh, DC Power would take that one 2-0, the final. Here's the upcoming schedule in the Gamebridge Super League. We've got some matches next weekend, starting actually on Thursday. Dallas Trinity has a short week ahead of them because they'll play at Audi Field against DC Power, who again just won against Brooklyn on Thursday night on Peacock, and some other big games around the league. Well, as we head to break, stay with us for a special preview of episode 2 of Built for Success, stories from the Gamebridge Super League featuring Tampa Bay Sun FC captain Jordan Listro and her journey from her home in Canada to captaining the Sun to the first title in league history.
Definitely Jordan's best qualities are how hard and physical she is, and it's not fun to play against.
2 touch, Jordan. Touch, finish. Jordan brings a ton of experience. She's an absolute warrior on the field.
I just want to win so bad, and I'll just do anything it takes. And that's kind of my mentality.
We're excited you're here this evening as we take on Spokane Zephyr FC.
This is all hard, like this game, because it is brutal out here.
Tampa Bay in search of their first home win.
Being a professional athlete, there are going to be lows and adversity.
We can do this, but we have to put in the work.
The back stick. Oh, it goes in off the deflection.
The Gamebridge Super League, it's giving so many players more opportunities to play. It's been a dream come true for me.
We are through one half. Gamebridge Super League, Lexington and Dallas meeting on this Sunday afternoon. No goals quite yet. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one. That's not from lack of chances, and this an early call. Bit of a questionable one here as Mackenzie Weiner doing what she does best, which is showing off her speed.
Yeah, Hannah Davison just catches her there. It's difficult to see whether it's a clear trip. Have a look from there. The foot comes out. There's a collision. Over she goes. That's if you have VAR, that I think would have been a penalty, but in real time, so difficult for the referee or anybody else to be sure what happened.
Oh, Weiner at it again for Lexington.
Kat Barry just gets ahead there of Sarah Griffiths to get a shot on target. Well saved by Tyler McCamey, who was a busy goalkeeper in that first half.
Now Lexington with all of the chances, especially the opening 20 minutes of this match. This one created by Barry again.
They're doing so much good work here. They've got numbers up. They move the ball around. They pass it between themselves. They try and wait for an opportunity, and the ball's going to fall to Captain Taylor Almar here. And she just pulls it past a player of that quality with time on her hands as well, and just somehow hooks that shot. Doesn't even test McCamey in goal.
Well, you could see based on Almer's reaction how she felt about that shot. Lexington continues the pressure.
Lovely ball played through once again. Now she does get that shot, just pulls it wide under a huge amount of pressure, to be fair, but doesn't hit the target. Another good chance that goes begging for Lexington.
Well, halftime stats. 2 shots in this game for Dallas Trinity, 9 for Lexington, and no shots on target for Dallas.
Yeah,
so
Dallas
far.
not offering much. Expected goals 0.5, so half a goal for Lexington. For Dallas Trinity, 0.07, so basically nothing. And I think that's going to be the challenge for Nathan Thackeray. Second half, can Dallas come out and be a bit more on the front foot, have a go at Lexington? But the problem is it might leave them vulnerable to a counter-attack on the other side, so perhaps they'll stick with their defensive structure for the time being.
Well, these two teams neck and neck in the Gamebridge Super League standings, 2 top 4 teams. Second half on the other side, between Lexington and Dallas. Stick with us.
Fans, let's wish a very special happy birthday to Keegan. halftime substitution for Dallas-Trinity-fc. Number 11, Maya McCutcheon, replaces number 2, Anna Davison.
About to kick off in the second half, Lexington SC and Dallas Trinity from Lexington, Kentucky. It will be Dallas to start with possession. We do have a sub to tell you about. Hannah Davison is out. Maya McCutcheon comes in for Dallas. Massimo stands over the ball alongside former Man United keeper Gary Bailey. I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Guidry. Wisner for Dallas. Oh, we're scoreless so far, although Lexington had 9 shots in the first half, unable to convert on any of those chances. No shots on target, meanwhile, for Dallas in the first 45 minutes. Both these teams coming off of losses, hoping to pick up points here. Sporting Jacks is the team to catch in the Gamebridge Super League. In first place right now, Lexington's 2, Dallas is 3 in the standings. 4 teams make the postseason in the Gamebridge Super League.
I'm just wondering what we're going to see from Dallas Trinity in the second half, whether they will remain defensive. I was about to say they still want to try and play through this high press all the time, and they've lost a lot of turnover ball because they only had 3 touches in the opposition box all first half, Dallas Trinity. 9 for Lexington, just 3 for Dallas. It just shows they haven't managed to get forward. They haven't managed to create many problems. They've only had 9 final third entries the entire first half. So to get into the final third only 9 times is a very low number, and because they're getting held up here by great pressure from Lexington, it's been so difficult for them to play through, and there's an example of turnover ball yet again for the home side.
Now on the throw for Allie Brown, Lexington, the only player booked in this game, playing on a yellow. It does look like Maya McCutcheon is moved into a center back role with Dallas. Lovely ball ahead if Griffith can get there, but she can't. Hinson in that foot race wins out.
Good chest, good control, lovely little through ball. Just slightly overhit there, but the idea absolutely brilliant. And once again, as it was all first half, it's Lexington with a high press, and then Lexington creating the opportunities.
Boston, Dallas attempting to break it now. Kelly into the circle for Lexington. And quickly turned over. Rajai and this Lexington side. It was 17 games without a loss prior to the Sporting Jacks defeat 2 weeks ago. And that was a Gamebridge Super League record by far. Hadn't lost since May of 2025. McCutcheon. McCamey. And now Guidry. Oh, Weinert. Looks like Guidry playing out wide to maybe try to combat Weinert and some of that speed she has. Perhaps a better matchup.
I think that's spot on there. They pushed Guidry out wide exactly to focus on Weinert. McCutcheon doing the more centre-back position. That's again, it's defensively sound. It's up front with that expected goal of just 0.07 for Dallas Trinity, which basically means they haven't even tested Kent Assman. Don't think she's even got her kit dirty yet, but there's time for that to change. Having said that, if you're away from home, maybe you look at a 0-0 result and say it's a good defensive performance. We'll take the point. The way Dallas have been playing up until the last match, that 6-match unbeaten run, I'm sure Nathan Thackeray wants more from this match than just the 1 point.
Well, these two teams will play again March 18th, so not much of a break, and then it's a fourth and final meeting. Brown. Steigletter. Pantuso. Then Bourgeois. Up ahead for Kat Berry. Berry. Being pushed into that corner almost. And it will stay with Lexington on a throw-in. Bourgeois. Griffith sticks a leg out. And it's high off of Hinson. Steigletter.
And nobody up front for Dallas. There's no target person to try and play the ball through. So all that happens is they give it straight to Lexington, and then they have to start defending all over again. Very tiring to do that throughout the entire match. I'm looking at Bethany Boss and thinking, well, don't think she's going to last the full 90 minutes doing that work. So expect to see her replaced at some stage in the second half. She's probably not fully match fit yet. And she's doing a lot of running, as you can see now, from side to side.
Bourgeois reaching for it on the wing, off the cross. Berry drops in, headed away by Dallas on the volley. A bit of a light pass. McCain can't fire. There's a shot for Lexington, but it's right to McCamey.
Once again, McCamey, right position, body behind the ball. Wasn't the toughest of shots, but goalkeeper has done everything right so far, and frustratingly so for Lexington. They just can't find that little one moment of magic to get themselves in the lead, and then perhaps Dallas Trinity would have to come out and attack a little bit more.
Oh, McCain with some sneaky good touches to set her teammates up. Important without Amina Ekic and Tati Fung, two leading assisters for Lexington. Here's McCain. Back post, no one there. Off the delivery. A sustained pressure, though, for Lexington over the last couple of minutes. Griffith, Bourgeois. Well, it's going to be a corner for the home side.
Well, sometimes when you battle to get through in normal play and the goalkeeper's good and the defenders are blocking everything, sometimes it's a set piece that gives you your best chance of getting that breakthrough. So for Kat Berry, everybody else there, this is an ideal opportunity. Steigletter has gone up as well. And Tuso, decent ball in, whipped in with some pace. That could be the chance to get a breakthrough for the home side.
No, this Lexington corner kick presented by Commonwealth Credit Union. Rajayi on the outswinger. McCain through the air, drops down for Griffith. Doesn't have the separation. The push wide, nearly to that corner. Griffith. Touch back to her. And she just spins out of play. Strong defensive work for Dallas.
You have to credit Dallas. They really have defended well. Bodies on the line. They've done a brilliant job stopping what's been a rampant Lexington SC team in attack so far. I just don't know if you can do it for the full 90 minutes. There's got to be something that breaks Lexington's way. Well, let's see.
Well, Steinbrook pushing the pace for Dallas. Played in the 18. No problem for Asman. Just scoops it up off the bounce.
Does that count as a shot on target? Because if it does, I think it's the first one.
No, Lexington ran into some issues against Sporting Jacks, who just had 3 shots on target, but finished all 3 of those. So if they let Dallas hang around, who's to say? Doesn't take one good chance for Dallas to walk away with 3 points.
Oh, absolutely. And that's always the danger for Lexington. And they'll know it. They deserve, if you go with what teams deserve in terms of shots and all these things, they should really be up by 1, maybe even 2. But all the time you don't take your chances, absolutely. someone like Bethany Boss around, there's every chance that Dallas get just one chance and take it.
And remember, Golden Boot winner in the Gamebridge Super League last year is on the bench for Dallas. Allie Thornton, she could come in and make some noise. Bit of a risky pass for Guidry across the face of the goal there. Steenbrook. On the combination with Hinton. Return to Hinton. Whips a ball into the 18. Nothing much. Lancaster settles on it. It's too far ahead of Guidry.
Yeah, not the best pass, was it? But the move up until then, really well done. Dallas Trinity played that beautifully through Steenbrook on the left-hand side there. Lovely one-touch passing and got themselves into some good positions there, Dallas Trinity. To your point, if you let them stay around long enough, Lexington, there's every chance they can punish you.
Oh, sub coming in for Dallas. Looks like Kelly's going to come out. And we talked about options off the bench. For Dallas, this is one of the better ones, Chioma Obogagu. Ubogagu, big part of this Dallas team last year. She does have a goal and 3 assists as well. Her second year with the club.
Well, just a 1 goal in 15 matches. Maybe not quite as prolific as last season, but still a wonderfully talented player. And maybe now Nathan Thackeray is saying, well, we've been defending for nearly 2/3 of the game. Maybe it's time we start putting the pressure on and trying to create a few opportunities. So let's hope this game really comes to life now.
And you just bring in an experienced player. A list of clubs that Ubogagu has played for is incredibly impressive. Tottenham, Arsenal, Houston Dash, Orlando Pride, Real Madrid, list goes on and on. Nice little move for Lexington. And it sails over the head of McCain. Just can't connect. McCain. Pass deflected, but stays with Lexington. Seigletter controls. Taking down is Weinert. Wisner, McCamey.
Once again, Dallas saying, look, we're okay at 0-0. We're happy. If you want the ball, Lexington, you better come get it from us. And of course, as those numbers push forward, then they look to try and slip the ball through into the space and try and play through the press. But they have been very, very patient at the back, Dallas Trinity, although they've given away quite a few turnover balls and maybe a little bit lucky not to have been punished, but you also have to give them credit for the patience and consistency of constantly playing through this press.
Oh, across that midfield line for Dallas. On the swing, Guidry. Lancaster. 2 defenders around. Oh, she dishes it wide. Guidry off her right foot. Lancaster holds up. Steenbrook. Bellata. Dallas with the chance to possess. Steenbrook. Guidry. Nice little give and go, Steenbrook. And it's heavy. Lexington patient defensively. Now cleared up all the way to Weinert. Mackenzie Weinert. And it's hit off of a defender and out of play. Not sure if she was looking to pass that the far side or if that was a shot.
It's a lovely ball over the top. Mackenzie Weinert in an onside position, so it seems, but credit Maya McCutcheon there, who catches up with her. I don't think many players catch up with Weinert, but she did, and eventually forced Weinert to have to try and square the ball. I thought once she was gone, nobody was going to catch her. But Maya McCutcheon really quick.
Well, it does lead to a Commonwealth Credit Union corner kick for Lexington. Rajai off her right foot on the outswinger, multiple players around, and it drops for Dallas. Here comes Lexington. McCain, the touch to Barry. Cap Barry in the 18. Dispossessed. Oh, half an hour to go. Lexington, Dallas. Scoreless so far. Guidry. Massimo. McCain, right in front of McCamey. McCutcheon showing off her speed. Now the center back for Dallas, trying to slot that one forward. Boss. With the press there, and it pays off. Steenbrook wins it back. Ubogagu in the 18, square ball across to Steenbrook. And Lexington's there.
Wow, little moment for Dallas Trinity, doing to Lexington what Lexington have been doing to them. That high press, turnover ball. Bogagu with a chance to break away there, and in the end it comes to nothing. But more and more Dallas Trinity perhaps working their way back into this match.
Well, first sub of the game for Lexington, it's a big one. Mackenzie Weiner comes out, Hannah Johnson in.
Interesting change. Weinert's pace, I thought, was a constant problem for Dallas Trinity. But maybe she's tiring, or maybe she's had other reasons such as a knock that we don't know about. But certainly one of the biggest threats for Lexington going off the pitch.
Ripped away from Ubogagu. Wisner can regroup for Dallas. McCamey just leaves it for her captain. From Bellotta, lovely ball ahead to Lancaster, who sprints to, drives in the 18, shot with her left foot. And a save for Asman.
It's a comfortable save for Kat Asman. There was nothing on that, unfortunately. Cameron Lancaster did well, cut inside, but the shot didn't pressurize Kat Asman at all.
The Lexington Sporting Club is thrilled to offer Lil Kickers, a nationally acclaimed youth soccer program built for children ages 18 months to 9 years. Sessions are now live. Sign up at lexsporting.com/youth. 18 months? That's quite young.
Can you run at that stage? I was barely learning to walk.
Barry, twisted around. Griffith surveys, takes it herself now. Charging forward. Barry to McCain. Johnson's on that back post, but it's a corner for Lexington.
Nice ball in from Barry again. Very clever play. You'd look at Barry and think she's more like a number 9 target player, but she can drop deep and thread the balls through there. Addie McCain trying to square it back to Sarah Griffith, but not able to find her. Another set piece, another opportunity from a set piece for Lexington.
Commonwealth Credit Union corner kick for Lexington. Dallas gave up a pair of goals on set pieces. in their last match against Carolina. Rajai through the air, looking for the header, drops down. Griffith didn't have time. Lancaster takes away. All the way back, Tasman.
I just wondered for a moment whether Sarah Griffiths might have hit that on the volley. It was coming out. It was a nice position, nice height, just to slam it straight back in. And she tried to take a touch and control it, and in the end lost the opportunity.
Well, Griffith has been in some dangerous spots for Lexington. Griffith hits it right into Stainbrook. Elmer. Barry gets past the defender in McCutcheon. Barry for Griffith, as she could have gotten it through. On the ground, Guidry. And McCamey does well. Beats Scott Barry to it, leading scorer for this Lexington side. Two subs coming in. Allie Thornton will come in, leading scorer, tied for the leading scorer with this Dallas side, 3 goals. And Swan will also enter. Bethany Boss and Massimo come out.
You're not surprised Bethany Boss is coming off. We thought that would be the case. She's not entirely match fit as yet, and Lexi Massimo was on U23, US Women's National Youth Team duty, and had to do a bit of traveling to Miami and back. So understandably, both those players coming off and needing a bit of a rest. Get some fresh legs on the pitch.
Oh, Caroline Swan, 16 years old, academy player for Dallas. This one slides through to Addie McCain. McCain centrally. Barry's there as well. Griffith is open. Griffith shoots, and she's wide with it. But it doesn't go out. Still with Lexington. Off the service, through the air. Touchdown by Dallas. Griffith again. Off to her left foot. She shoots, and this one is stopped by Dallas. Taken right back by Brown. Sustained pressure for Lexington. Can they find the back of the net and take the lead at home? Rajai. Almer. Brown. Chip to Almer. Taylor Almer. And too strong for Lexington.
Oh, just going back to those chances. Really good chance there for Sarah Griffiths initially. Wait, the ball's going to come to her here. She misses a target. She's just sliding as she hits it. Maybe that's what complicates it, but I think it's such a good chance there. Then she tries again, and this time it was going wide anyway, and it gets blocked. So just that final bit of quality from somebody at Lexington to give them the goal that all the stats seem to suggest they deserve. But back to your point earlier, if they don't take one of those chances, don't be surprised if Dallas Trinity don't pop up and sneak a winner. That's always the danger if you don't take your chances, Lexington, when they come your way.
Well, Lexington doesn't play again until they play this Dallas team March 18th. Dallas has a game against DC on Thursday. Well, for Lexington, it would be a lot to mull over if they don't walk away with a win against Dallas today. Rajai off her right foot, curls it, far post, through the air. McCain drops down. Stainbrook, second ball, shot, no, ricochets around. Barry reaching for it, takes McCamey down. And it's into the stands here at Lexington SC Stadium.
Hannah Johnson with an effort there as well. Just nothing working for Lexington in front of goals. Bodies in there, the ball's bouncing around. It's going to come to Hannah Johnson. And here she just pulls it wide, so that wasn't going on target either. Kat Barry lifts her foot. I think had it have gone in, referee might have blown for dangerous play by lifting a foot against the goalkeeper. So Either way, they are strong, Dallas Trinity. They're bending, but they certainly haven't broken yet.
Off the turnover for Dallas. Lancaster. Options, flank to both sides. She takes it herself. And that's a wayward shot for Cameron Lancaster.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's had a few of those, Cameron. She trying to get this breakthrough goal for her side, but the quality just hasn't been there. But they back off and they back off. And she's just thinking, well, if you're not going to come tackle me at some point, I'm going to have a dip at goal. But unfortunately for her, it just goes wide.
Well, 20 minutes to go in this one between Lexington and Dallas. Off the steal. Dallas with a chance thanks to Hinton. Chooses to possess. Wisner. Oh, loss and a draw for Dallas this year against Lexington. Have not walked away with 3 points against this side so far. McCutcheon. Ubogagu. In the middle for Swan. Wraps around Guidry. Wisner, who's their goalkeeper, McCamey, as Lexington lays off.
Again, Dallas Trinity saying, you know what, we're happy at 0-0. Come and see if you close us down, otherwise we'll just keep playing it amongst ourselves at the back, and eventually Lexington decide they're going to start really pressing, and that's when you can go past, which they managed to do. Well done, Dallas Trinity.
And that's what Guidry just did. Stainbrook right on cue. Thrown in front of Thackeray, head coach for Dallas Trinity. No, just one sub used for Lexington so far in this game. They have options off the bench. 4 subs for Dallas. McCutcheon. Weaving through and just keeping it. Bellotta. McCamey. Nearly won back by Lexington. Sails up to the midfield. The pass off to Ubogagu. Subs coming in for Lexington.
Number 25, Shea Moyer.
Griffith is going to come out of this match. Shea Moyer will come in. Griffith with a handful of chances in this game, just couldn't finish the job. And Hannah White will also enter. Kat Berry comes out. So 2 of the 3 leading scorers for this Lexington team are now out of this game on the bench in Kat Berry and Mackenzie Weinart. The leading scorer that remains in this game is Addie McCain with 7.
And I think it leads to the point that the front 3 have been, or front 4 even, have been really high pressing so much Lexington that they put in a shift and a half. Kat Barry, Mackenzie Weinert earlier, Sarah Griffiths, they've really worked so hard. You can't keep that going for 90 minutes, and maybe that was the plan. Give a good 70, 75 minutes and then come off. We get some fresh bodies on the pitch.
Lancaster causing some chaos on the other side. Whips in a service, and diving is Asman. The players closing in for Dallas, and the goalkeeper looks uncomfortable for Lexington.
I think the first dive she's had to make the entire match. Everything else has either been balls she just picked up or shot straight at her. And yet that one dive seems to have given us some problems. Have a look and see if she tripped on the way, or maybe she just went over on her ankle as she was going down. We'll find out soon.
Well, training staff comes out to check on Asman, who does have 41 saves. Heading into this game, hasn't quite been tested. Does give both of these teams, Lexington, Dallas, a chance to talk things over, discuss the final 15 minutes.
Well, slowly Dallas have come back into this match. You still feel that the Lexington have been creating the better chances, and it just takes one little moment of magic and they will get the lead. But all the time that Dallas have held on, they've given themselves the opportunity with 15 minutes to go to come and steal all 3 points. So well done so far to Dallas Trinity and Nathan Thackeray.
Well, Asman is back up. Lexington does not have to use their backup keeper, and Sarah Cox.
It is ironic that Kat Asman's actually had nothing to do. That was, I think, the first time, and she hit the ground the entire match.
It will be dropped to her. Sometimes it's difficult when you're cold and you haven't had much come your way.
Well, you have to keep yourself warm. I mean, we would run up and down touch lines, and you have to sprint, you have to do whatever you can so that your body's warm and ready for the moment they call you into action. Not easy being a goalkeeper of a good side like Lexington that dominates, because it's hard to keep your concentration. It's a skill you have to work at, and keeping yourself warm is part of that concentration.
We'll see if she gets tested by Dallas late in this match. As we restart play, Asman is back in net. Tripping, but still on the ball. Lexington surging forward. Almer takes her space. And that shot is well wide. Said that a lot today for Lexington.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling shooting practice could be first on the agenda for Kosuke Kimura when the team gets back to the training ground.
No, built on performance, precision, and elevated customer experience. Whether you're headed to the next match, your next road trip, step into class and experience luxury performance at genesisoflexington.com. Genesis of Lexington, part of Don Franklin Auto Group and proud partner of LSC. Lexington could use some of that Genesis precision in this game against Dallas. But we did expect an evenly matched game, and it is based on the scoreline, but Lexington has dominated stats-wise. Here they come. Lexington at home. Shea Moore does have 3 goals this season. Combines with Johnson, another sub off the bench, as this one sails over everybody. Bourgeois, another service. Brave play, but no connection. Drops down, no second ball for Lexington. It's just chipped up by Dallas. Brown. Johnson. Plays it forward. White. And the flag went up. Offside. Now, Lexington SC fans, your Gamebridge Super League squad will be in action on Saturday, March 21st at Lexington SC Stadium as they take on Fort Lauderdale United. Be sure to purchase your tickets today at lexsporting.com/tickets.
They've got fresh legs up front, Lexington, so they're going to high press, you would think, and try and get this turnover ball again. He just backed off a little bit with the high press because I think legs were getting tired. Once again, though, Dallas, well, I'm going to say they played through it, and then they do lose possession. So it's working well for Lexington.
Oh, pretty obvious trip there. It's against Swan with Dallas. And a yellow card comes out for the Academy product. So 2 players on yellows in this game. Allie Brown for Lexington and Swan. Now with Dallas, Bourgeois just evading the defense there and draws a foul. So that yellow card is brought to you by Hicks Funson.
Caroline Swan, fans, you know what to do. Hold up those yellow cards.
Bourgeois curls it up and no issue for McCamey. Right to the goalkeeper.
Wasted opportunity, wasn't it? Overhit, just way too easy for McCamey just to come and claim that under no pressure whatsoever. And here's the high press. Let's see if it can work.
No, you just have less than 10 minutes to go in this one. Dallas and Lexington. Bellotta plays it high for Lancaster. He's waiting for it to drop. Guidry. Swan. Oh, tough hit. It's stopped there by Lexington. Guidry. Stainbrook controls. Off of Swan. The touch to Lancaster. Ricochets back to her. Wisner, the center back. Steigletter, center back for Lexington. Johnson. Switching the point of attack for Lexington. And Almer will hold. McCamey. Well, there's been 14 shots for Lexington in this game. 4 shots, though, on target. Just 1 shot on target for Dallas, 4 total. And yet we're even. No score. As we approach the end of this match, Stainbrook. If Abogugu can get there, she can. The veteran for Dallas. Keeping it with the visitors. Wisner.
We're just giving stats a moment or two ago. Expected goals is virtually 1 for Lexington. They haven't been able to score, and it's 0.14 for Dallas, which is next to nothing. And clearly they haven't been able to score either. So.
Stainbrook wide to Lancaster. Serve, far post. Off the defense, but out of play. So it will be a corner kick.
Just as we're saying that the XG is so low for Dallas Trinity, they come up with probably one of their best chances of the entire match. Ball put in, good ball, dangerous one. Nearly achieved at the near post there, and nearly hit by Ali Thornton. And then all sorts of scrambling at the far post to get it out of play. So suddenly, with only 5+ minutes left, Dallas coming to a bit of life up front.
Now Bourgeois knocks it away for Lexington. One of the best sequences we've seen for Dallas this entire match. Can they build off of that? Bellotta on the corner kick. And right before she goes, Johnson blows the whistle. The referee in discussion with Almer, with Thornton. Hinson as well. Bellotta on the delivery near post, and nothing much there. Well, for both these teams, set piece execution, something to work on in the next couple of weeks. Guidry, Wisner. McCain. Regained by Bellotta, who's been good in the midfield for Dallas today. In a space, Lancaster on the wing, 1v1. This is how she likes it. Lancaster off the cross, no. Return to her. 5 minutes to go. Lovely pass, Swan, Thornton, saved by Asman.
Ali Thornton there in the right position, connects with the ball, but not enough pace on the ball, and it wasn't wide of the keeper either. But of all the players to fall to, just thought maybe she could be the one to unlock the door. And still, we have 0-0, no goals. Plenty of chances, but no goals as yet.
Johnson gets taken out.
Yeah, no connection with the ball. You get the player, that's going to get you a yellow card, you would think.
Number 18, Samar Guidry, in the 87th minute.
Well, Guidry's going to get a yellow card. Second player for Dallas in the second half, along with Swan. Steenbrook. Thornton makes a run. Off the cross, Ubogagu, pile up in the 18, and it's cleared. Lots of contact. Ubogagu's down in some pain for Dallas, and Thackeray's fired up.
I just wonder if the coach is asking, is it a penalty? I didn't see the players appeal for a penalty. Both Ubogagu and the defender came at the same time. Let's have a look at it there. If anything, the defender gets the ball first. Let's have a look. Always easier for us to tell. Yeah, I think there's definitely a tackle coming in there. So I would say that's not a penalty, but it's certainly worth asking the question if you're the coach of Dallas Trinity.
Well, Ubogagu looks a little bit uncomfortable as she walks off the pitch. No, final minutes of this game, Lexington and Dallas. Can someone be a hero for either of these sides? Ubogagu steps back on the pitch and immediately swipes. Asman, goalkeeper for Lexington. Ventuso. Stretching forward, it's touch for Dallas. Steenbrook can't get there. Wisner. McCamey. Played up ahead for Johnson. And diving on it, McCamey. Well, the Gamebridge Super League season is in full swing. Visit GamebridgeSuperLeague.com for all the latest information, analysis, and insight into all things Gamebridge Super League. McCamey. We're going to get 3 minutes of stoppage time. Again, these two teams in playoff position at the moment. If this holds, it would be 2 straight draws in their last 2 meetings as well. If it holds, still got 2.5 minutes to go.
It's a decent point for Dallas Trinity away from home. Frustrating for Kosuke Kimura if this stays as a draw, having lost at home last match to Sporting Jacks 3-0. You don't want to get into a little bit of a slump. They're in a great position in the league, don't get me wrong. They're in no real trouble of not making the playoffs, but they want to obviously have home games. And for a large part of this match, Lexington looked, I think, by far the more dangerous team. They haven't been able to get that breakthrough, and clean sheet at home against Sporting Jacks. Suddenly players start to question. So not the best result for Lexington, certainly very good for Dallas on the road.
Looks like Kylie Dulaney will come in for Dallas. Final sub Nathan Thackeray can make. Lancaster is going to come out. Dulaney hoping to provide a late surge for Dallas. Wisner. Short passes for Dallas. Now through the air, Steinbrook. Bellata. Guidry. McCutcheon. Ubogagu. On the underlapping run, Hinson slides through. Steinbrook shoots and scores! In stoppage time, Dallas Trinity take the lead. Heather Steinbrook, the new addition. Showing why she's a great signing for Dallas.
Wow, we said all along, be careful, Lexington. They're going to come for you at the end, Dallas Trinity, but well set up, ball goes through, but good finish. It just needed one little moment of class in this match. There's been so many little half chances. No one's been able to really put something on target. Here was the moment, and it's a classy player who does it. Heather Steinbrook, they're pumped up, no wonder. They've been under so much pressure, especially first half. They've defended. Their goalkeeper, Tyler McCamey's been superb. And there she is again on cue. She's kept that defense nice and tight, and they get one real good chance here, and Heather Steinbrook sticks it in the back of the net.
Well, Steinbrook, this is only her 4th game with Dallas Trinity, and now she has 2 goals with this side. She's on loan from the Washington Spirit. Has been a great pickup for Dallas.
I think Spera thought for Lexington, the way they've dominated the opportunities and the expected goals and shots on target and touches in the opposition box, all the data points, they have dominated them. And now it looks like for the 2nd match in a row, they're going to lose at home. And this is a hard, hard pill for them to swallow, I'm sure.
Not quite done yet. Dallas. Rajai off her left foot, hits off the back of Steinbrook. There's the final whistle. Dallas Trinity with a stoppage time game winner from Heather Steinbrook. And the visitors walk away with 3 points against Lexington SC.
Return home on Friday, March 21st to take on Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Nathan Thackeray, this entire side, so pleased with the way that game ended.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to be so delighted if you're Dallas Trinity. The defense, the bodies on the line, the goalkeeping of Tyler McCamey. just holding Lexington SC at bay the whole time, just to keep yourself in the game, knowing that if there was one moment you could win it, and that they got that moment beautifully tucked away by Heather Stainbrook. And it is such a tough blow for Lexington SC, because they will look back at a game in which they had a ton of opportunities to have scored and just somehow couldn't find the back of the net.
Well, we are joined by the hero of this game, Heather Stainbrook with Dallas. Heather, what did you see stoppage time on that final chance?
I just knew it was an opportunity to crash the box. It was such a good ball by Chi and a really good dummy by Swanee, and I just wanted to get there on the end of it, and I'm so happy I did.
And Heather, tell us about Tyler in the defense. I thought they put in a magnificent performance here today.
Sorry, you said Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler in goals and the whole defense. I thought they were magnificent here today.
Yeah. Yeah, so relentless. I thought they were very physical, especially in the second half. Getting touch tight, winning those first and second balls, and made the rest of our jobs a lot easier. So, yeah, super good.
Heather, this is only your 4th game with Dallas Trinity. You have 2 goals. You have a game winner in stoppage time. How have you made this transition so seamlessly?
Honestly, I couldn't have done it without my team. I think it was a really good team effort today. It's been a really good team effort every day. But yeah, they've made this transition super seamless for me, and I feel right at home. So it's been awesome.
Thanks, Heather. Congratulations. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, what an ending here between Dallas and Lexington. 2 teams in playoff positioning, and it's Dallas Trinity with the game winner in stoppage time from Heather Stainbrook. They walk away with a win. We'll break it down on the other side. Stick with us. Smiles for Dallas Trinity. 1-0 win over Lexington. That's 5 wins in the last 8 games for Nathan Thackeray and his Dallas Trinity side. And it came down to the bitter end, this one. Let's take a look at the highlights. Alongside Gary Bailey, I'm Maura Sheridan. This is the third time these two teams have met. They'll meet 4 times over the course of the Gamebridge Super League season. A hot start for Lexington.
They won the front foot most of the time. Kat Barry has a shot here. Tyler McCamey makes one of many saves throughout this match, but first half it was opportunity after opportunity for Lexington, and they just couldn't find the back of the net. They couldn't even find the target sometimes. Ball through, Wynett here, she just pulls it wide from a very good position, but to be fair, she was under a lot of pressure there, but still just try and hit the target. They were so close.
After 45 minutes, 9 shots for Lexington and no goals, and then they start the second half, more chances.
Yeah, pushing forward, driving, looking for runners. Sarah Griffiths there, got to hit target. She's sliding as she hits it, so she ends up pulling it. But there was a chance there for her, comes back in. I think there's another chance for her here, and that one on her left foot will go wide as well. So just one moment of quality was all that Lexington needed.
But they let Dallas hang around. Lexington, though, on set pieces, had the advantage in that category too.
Game ball drops, there's a chance of an effort. That one gets pulled wide. That's not going on goals either. And then a bit of a boot up of the goalkeeper, probably would have been blown up if it had ended up in the back of the net. But it was so many of these little half chances, and you can see the frustration on the players. And then
3 minutes into stoppage time, so the very end of this game, it begins from Ubogagu.
Ball gets whipped across, gets dummied there, and Heather Stainbrook's quick to get on it. Not only quick to get on it, but she aims it away past the keeper, past Kat Assman into the corner. It's just that probably the one moment of quality in the entire match, and it fell to Heather Stainbrook. A little bit of a smash and grab, tough for Lexington SC, but well done, Dallas Trinity.
Well, for Stainbrook, that's her second goal in 4 appearances with Dallas. You can see the numbers pretty much all in favor of Lexington, yet the one that matters, the goal, is in Dallas's favor.
Yeah, 14 shots to 6. Doesn't really tell the full story. There was a lot of other chances. Set pieces were in favor. Expected goals in favor of Lexington. But it's a tough game, and they didn't put Dallas down, and Dallas came back at the end to bite them.
Well, Dallas Trinity back to their winning ways. A key victory on the road against Lexington SC. It comes down to a stoppage time game winner from Heather Stainbrook. And Dallas picks up 3 points on the road against Lexington. That's going to do it from our entire crew. From Gary Bailey, I'm Maura Sheridan saying so long. Have a fantastic night, everyone.